Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and start the engine. Okay. Remember, we already had it in night run when we did our check early on. So now all I have to do is start it up. The reason that I'm starting it up is because as I started going, I realized that that's what happens. You start explaining things and you get to the point where you need to start demonstrating. So because I know they want you to demonstrate pretty much everything you can with needles running, right. The first thing you do once you get in here to start this compartment, just hit the button to start it. Okay. It's not so loud that you can't hear. Right. Okay. So now I'm going back to my release air and put it back. Okay. Now I can demonstrate the kneel. So Mr. Gons is anywhere near the bus. Okay. So I'll raise it and I'll lower it. I have a heated mirror toggle switch, proper working order. My right and left mirror adjustment, they're in proper working order. I would adjust to my specifications. I have a parking brake, which is in proper working order. I have a door that's in proper working order. Are you coming in? Come on in. Oh, okay. So I'm going to close the door now. I have my master switch for off, day run, night run, and parking position. I have my start engine button. I'm clearly just reading, okay? I have my fast idle, proper working order. My on and off switch for my hazard, proper working order. My stop engine override toggle switch. My chime reset for the stop request. My interior lights, I'll check them now on all. They're all working, and also roadside, and they have an off position. This is my gear shift, drive, neutral, reverse, proper working order. So I'm going to go up here now. Back here, I have the component for my PA system and an additional microphone. I have a pedal down here that operates my PA system. Testing. 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 If I use my left heel, the PA system works. On this pedal, it works fine. Proper working order. I have my climate control, proper working order. It's mounted and secure. My destination sign control box, proper working order. My driver's light is proper working order. I've already tested my exterior lamp. It's in proper working order. I also have an air vent fan for the driver's air vent. I have my buttons for my left and right signals, and high beam in the middle. Now I'll get over here. Oh, I have my brake pedal, and I also have my acceleration pedal. There's no debris underneath them, and they're in proper working order. My seat has manual controls for the back and the cushion portion. I also have lumbar controls, as well as the mechanism to slide back and forth. Over here, I have the pulley that will lower me, push it in, it will raise me. My steering wheel goes front to back. Also, telescopes. So now I have, and I also have a fare box here, CB radio. My windshield is properly attached from the inside. It's not cracked, damaged, or broken. It's properly sealed, and there's no obstruction from this side. I'll go ahead and test my windshield wipers. They're working properly. And the fluid works properly as well. I have my panel lamps, which give me dimension in light. They're working properly. My driver's air fan, high and low, and working properly. I have my temperature select from cool to heat. I have my flow from the floor to the defrost. The heater defrost fan. Floor comes out here. The defrost comes out here, and they're working properly. I have my air gauge meter. I have my def meter. Def is in proper operating range as long as the needle is not in yellow. And this is in proper operating range. I have my oil pressure gauge. Normal operating gauge would be between 20 and 40 psi. This gauge is still settling. It looks like it's about 60 psi. My water temperature, normal operating gauge would be between 180 and 220. This is still rising. It's about 240 now. 140. My voltage meter should be between 24 to 28 safe operating range, and it's at 28 now. My auxiliary fan is working properly on the high and the low. My front threshold heater is working properly. My retarder toggle switch is mounted and secure. My engine test switch is mounted and secure. I'm going to test my ADA ramp now. So what you want to do is make sure the vehicle's lowered. I'll open my front door. I'll turn my power switch on right here in the dash. I will go ahead and deploy. I'll do it with my left hand so that I could hold passengers back with my right. So I'll deploy, making sure that there's no obstruction. The ramp is working properly, and it's free and clear of debris. I'll stow it now. My not stowed lamp light is also working here. Okay. When it's not stowed, this red light will come on. When it's stowed, that light will go off. I can turn the power off now, and then I'll close the door. That's pretty much everything. I don't know that I've forgotten something. Oh, at this point, you'll ask the examiner, would you like to go out and check my external lights to make sure that they're working from the inside? So this is what we would do. They'd either say yes or no. If they say yes, when they go out front, your hazards are already beyond. Turn them off, turn them on again. Motion to them that they will probably give you the thumbs up. If they're just standing there and they're one of those, yell out your window, are my flashers on? Can you check my flashers? Remove any doubt, okay? Normally they'll say, I see your flashers. Turn the flashers off. Now you'll check here, and the blinker should be on there. They'll say yes. The right side, they'll say yes. High beam, you'll see it here as well, okay? Now turn it off, that middle button, hit it again and it's off. That's all you do for the front, okay? So in the back, the difference is this. I'm gonna do the same thing. My blinker's on in the back, blinker's on in the back. Is my hazard working in the back? Then you wanna check your reverse and your brake. You can leave your brake on. All you do is cover your brake. Lower this. Okay, so put on your rear. The rear lights should come on and you would hear the blinker. You would hear the buzzer. She would see that.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't show us that it's engaged, it's on. Okay? So you put it back in neutral. Now she wants to see if the brake light works back there. So go ahead and put it in drive. It's not going to truly go in drive because your brake is on, but your parking brake lights will flash. Okay? So don't forget to do that.
Okay.
Reverse, and then put it back in neutral, and then hit your brakes. You don't have to take this off. We'll go over it again. You're just putting in reverse, put it back in neutral, and then put it in drive. Okay? All right. That's pretty much it. Approach here, wrap yourself around, name off the exceptions, come in, knock this out, emergency equipment, name off these few little items here. Now I'm ready for my air brake test. Okay, so on a full tank I want to perform, it's not quite a full tank, but I want to perform my air brake test. The first test I will do is a parking brake test. My parking brake is already on. All I want to know is, does it hold? So you cover your parking brake, your service brake. You'll put the vehicle in drive. Okay, it's in drive. When that number stops blinking, it's in drive. So all I want to do is hold on to the steering wheel, give it just a little tap of acceleration. My parking brake holds, so that's a good test. I'm going to do the service brake test now. I'll go back, put it in neutral. I'm going to cover my service brake, not truly pushing it down. So now I'm going to release my parking brake. I need to put it in drive. I will roll about 2 feet, 3 to 5 miles per hour, lightly holding the steering wheel. I want to feel if the bus pulls to the left or the right, and that the service brake will hold me, will stop me. So right now I'm holding the bus down. No parking brake, I'm in drive, lightly holding the steering wheel. When I take my foot off of this service brake, I don't have to accelerate, it's just going to automatically roll. Service brake works. That's a good test. Secure the bus again. I'm back at neutral. Now I need to do a cutout. I just heard it cut out, okay? So what I need to do at this point is I have to perform what's called a cut-in. I'm just going to fan my parking brake till I get to 90, and what I want to do is trigger the air compressor to start forcing it to fill up so I can get, okay, so I'm at 90. That needle wasn't moving at 20, okay, but it's coming back down now, building pressure to the right, okay. Renee, could you go get my phone? I think that's Sal.
Okay.
Thank you. So now what it's doing is it's building pressure. I should cut out between 100 and 120, no more than 140. Okay, this bus filled up. Okay. Thank you. You can do it. Okay, you just put it right here. Thank
Do you know if that lady came in or not?
That's what he was.
trying to figure out.
Yeah, give me 1 second and I'll call him right back. But if she did, she late.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to do the last 3, and these last 3 are what you're going to be tested on. Okay. So at this point, you'll cut the bus off. I'll turn it back 2 clicks to night run. What I want to do is I want to hold down my service brake for 1 minute. I'll release my parking brake. Okay? All right. So holding down my service brake, I lose pressure. Taking the parking brake off, I lose more pressure. I'm going to give it 1 minute. I'll tell the examiner that my needle is stable at 115, 112. I'll count for 1 minute and I should lose no more than 3 psi. My time starts now. It's been 1 minute. I've lost no psi. My needle is still stable at 112, and that's a good test. Now, immediately, I'm going to go into my next portion, which is a low air warning. So I want to push out as much air as possible till I trigger a warning on the system. And the light will come on here. Okay? So now I just push. Continue to fan. It should activate by 60 psi. My lower warning light. Did it come on?
Yeah.
Okay, so it came on at about 70 psi. That's a good test. I'm still holding it down. I'm going to continue to fan my brake until my spring pop up, which should pop up by 20. This popped up about 45. That's a good test. And that's the end of the test.